Hello my fellow shipwrights, I've completed my Bounty Boat. You can see the entire building process in the playlist right here. After the completion of this Bounty Boat, I've put it in this diorama. In this video and the next videos to come, I'll give you a unique behind the scene look about how I made and created this diorama. In this scene, I wanted to recreate the moment when Captain Bligh and his loyal crew finally reached the shores of Timor. Their bounty boat weathered by the harsh conditions at the sea, a makeshift camp with a tent and a fireplace, the bounty boat secured to the beach, capturing the essence of this historic ship voyage. In this first episode, I show you how I created the base of this diorama, from shaping the terrain, defining the coastline, and planning where the sand, the sea, and the rocks will meet. It's the base of everything that will come next. So, I hope you enjoy the process and perhaps you find some inspiration for your own builds. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, hit the bell symbol, and support of my channel is of course greatly appreciated to keep these free videos coming. See you next video. Bye-bye.
Let's start the diorama by explaining the layout first. I'm placing the bounty boat roughly here. That means that the waterline will reach about this point. I want a height difference of roughly 3 centimeters. So here I'll start with around 3 centimeters of water, gradually getting shallower as the ground rises until we reach the sandy part. The sand will slope slightly upward. Behind it, I'll build a rocky cliff that descends and blends into the sand and the sea, a bit like the rugged coastline of Timor really looked like. The first phase will be creating the rocky wall, and for that I'll be using XPS insulation foam. Here you can already see a part of the rock structure. This one comes into and above the water, followed by a larger cliff that rises upwards and another cliff set at the right angle parallel to the shoreline. I'm using a fiberboard base to make sure the glue adheres properly. Now I'm going to build a frame, a half frame, reusing some slats from old bed frame, cutting them to the size I can form a solid corner with. The first step is to glue the sideboards firmly to the base with strong white wood glue, and when it's dry, I'll secure everything at the back with a few screws. The frame is now finished. Next, I will attach the XPS foam pieces to the base using strong contact adhesive, since regular wood glue doesn't bond well with XPS material. So I've cut everything out and arranged the base to show roughly how I want the diorama to look. Now it's time to glue it all down. The base is in place, and I still need to fill some gaps and trim this edge once everything is completely dry. I've placed the cut side facing upwards on purpose, so the surface is rougher. This way, the plaster I'll add later on will stick much better to the installation foam. And this large area also needs to be roughened to improve the adhesion. I'll be covering the entire section with mold-adhesive texture plaster, but before doing that, I have to glue the rock formations in its definite place. So now it's time to glue the rock. So the rocks are set and the ground is prepared. The next step is applying the mold and scene plaster. So I've got 3 fluid ounces of water going into the bowl. Now I have to dry the measuring cup first and add 8 fluid ounces of plaster afterwards. I'll pour the plaster gently in the water, let it sit for about 2 minutes and then start molding. I've cleaned my hands in the meantime, and you can see here the result of this first batch. This first batch had the whole night to dry. I just wanted to test it with a single first batch first before I do the rest of the diorama. As you can see, I decided to cut the foam pieces a bit deeper because I was worried the sea gradient would be too shallow. The bounty boat will be placed here in the deepest part so it can rest naturally against the shore. This way I'll still have enough depth under the hull to pour the resin water later. Now, time to continue with the rest of the sandy beach.